Basically, again, seeing the same thing from the Twins, where they're pitching well and they're manufacturing runs, just doing enough here.
Yeah, similar to, not a whole lot of, not mounting a whole lot offensively other than it seems like one, maybe two innings. I'm going to, they're pitching well, and we're not particularly, grouping a whole lot together. That's a bad combination. But, I thought Tilly was good again. I was proud of our Rule 5 Jason. We didn't have Givens, or I didn't want to use O'Day tonight, and so that's kind of where we were. So we were fortunate to keep it close there, but they've been doing a good job out of the bullpen with their closer out the last 3 days.
You said that someone.
Pardon?
You said that you thought someone pitched well. What did you especially like about?
No, he just had, he was able to stay in his delivery for the most part. Got out of a couple of times on 4-pitch walks, but I thought he's repeated his delivery a lot and really stayed in sync. Allowed him to use, he had 3 pitches. Actually, used the 4th one sometime tonight, and he was, you give Matt and our catchers that type of repertoire, you're going to have some success. We just didn't score many runs. He pitched well enough to win.
What's holding you guys back from maybe some of these innings where you're scoring 1 run versus maybe making it a bigger inning in some of these cases?
I tell you, they've made some good pitches, and we, sometimes we're getting ourselves out as much as they're getting us out too. That happens all the time in the major leagues. Nobody makes a living. Maybe 5 pitchers in each league, and most of those guys are closers, make a living out of pitching in the strike zone. They take the sting out of the bat, as Frank Howard used to say. You probably get 10 balls tonight. Henry hit some balls on the button that you can see the guys had a pretty good swing, but they didn't quite square it up. So, it was still the best pitch in baseball is a well-located fastball, and you can see that they and the teams we're playing are making a lot of pitches. They're taking the sting out of the bat at the end. Chris hit a long fly ball to left, and we did the same thing to them some too. That's pitching. That's just what you have to do. You're not going to live in the strike zone. You have to make a living making pitches appear strike, and then take them off the sweet part of the bat and the plate, and that's how you get outs. Then that's what's frustrating. You make a lot of those pitches, and guys, swing and bunt or flare one here or there. But JJ had a hit and run that set up 1 inning, and had a sac fly there. John bunted on his own. Kind of thought he saw something there that, I knew they were going to walk Clev if he did that. That's why we didn't have the signal on to start with.
Would you have liked to see Wieters tag up on Hardy's sac fly to get the third?
Oh, he got there a little bit, but he wouldn't have made it. Torrey would have thrown him out by about 10 feet.
But
that's where Torrey was lined up to throw anyway.
You're fond of saying that you don't live in a woe-is-me world, but you win the first 4 games of this homestand and then lose 4 of the next 5, and there was some opportunity in there to gain ground on everybody. Is there some frustration in that?
I don't know if frustration. It's just you know how good the competition is, and you know how good that you have to be. It's not like you just throw your gloves and the balls out there and things happen. You got to make them happen between the lines, and there's a fine line as you've seen the last 2 nights between those 2 things, and it can turn very quickly. But the last 3 games have been frustrating for us, because especially the last 2. But you got an opportunity very shortly tomorrow.
Buck, you've got Jason in a tough spot there, and
because we don't really have any other choice. That's kind of where he and Mac doesn't really match up well with their roster, so it's kind of where we were, and he handled it pretty well, I thought, all things considered. So it was a little bit of a push with 1 day off after 40-something pitches, but that's kind of where we are in the pen when you're carrying a Rule 5 guy. I've said from the start that he's going to pitch. You don't hide guys in the American League down the bullpen.
Like JJ come through everything during the game pretty well.
Yeah, he felt pretty good, all things considered. I'll probably give him a day tomorrow. Is where I'm leaning. See if we can try to clear it up a little bit. I think he tried to handle it. He didn't overstretch it, so to speak. Didn't really have any plays where he had to. Was trying to. Tonight was one of those nights. If I was ever going to start the runners with the bases loaded and 1 out and a 3-2 count, it would have been tonight. I came real close to doing it. I'm glad I didn't, because we wouldn't have been able to tag up. That was a perfect situation. If I felt confident all three guys could get the sign, we might have done it. You seen that? Thank you.
Thanks.